Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
Ay, may message naman sa akin.
We are back to bring you the matchup between two North Division teams who are fresh off thrilling wins and are raring to make a follow-up on those wins to improve their respective campaigns in this tournament. 3 exciting games down, and we still have 3 exciting games to go as we continue to bring to the comfort of your location the action of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. So we take a look at the games today. Actually, yung kakatapos muna, pwede nyo tingnan yan sa Facebook and YouTube, Antipolo and Rizal. Incredible matches. I was there to witness the previews to yung unang laro. Mamaya titingnan ko yun. But now, the game at hand is between the home squad, the JT Bulacan Taipan against the Mindoro 18U Foundation Junior Disciplinados for the 1800 division. Good afternoon, friends. Nico Roche here, along with my partner, Coach Noy Africa, and later, Flo De La Ago at courtside. Good afternoon once again. We are inside the University Perpetual Health System Dalta Gymnasium, the house that Scotty Thompson built. And Coach Noy, kumusta? How's the 3 games so far?
Okay naman, still a lot of energy here as we go to the North Division standings as of July 21. Mandaluyong leading the way with a 3-0. Quezon City at 2-2. Mindoro 1-0. Bulacan 1-1. Marikina 1-2. Rizal and Antipolo and Malabon actually together with Marikina tied at 1-2. We have also, of course, the last 3 teams who have yet to play Manila, Pampanga, and Valenzuela.
Yun know, mga abangan. Maglalaban ngayon yung JT Bulacan Taipan who are currently 1-1. So, ano bang pwede nating abangan dito, Coach Noy? Any players that we should look out for? And what is the current state of the team right now?
Of course, Bulacan coming off that very emotional win over Rizal in overtime. Of course, in that game, it was Mark Russell Santos defying the odds, having a heavy heart, but still performing on the floor. But, of course, looking at the numbers from the field, they shot only 32%. Luckily, they were very unselfish on the offensive end, being able to dish out 24 assists. And they were able to force Rizal to commit 26 turnovers, which they converted into 21 fast break points. Unfortunately, 2 of their top performers are out. Itong si Kiol Baroga and Russell Del Pozo will be out. So they will definitely have to rely once again on Mark Russell Santos, who averages 9.5 points per game, and Sebastian Ebuna, who averages 8 points and 7 rebounds per ball game.
Now with that, we move on to the Mindoro 18U Foundation Junior Disciplinados. They won their opening game against Antipolo. A great way to start it. What are we supposed to expect from them in this game?
Of course, as you said, they debuted in that game against Antipolo. That was actually a game that Antipolo could have easily won, but Mindoro being able to come back, and in that ball game, they were able to shoot very well from the field, 49%. They were out-rebounded by Antipolo 43-34, but they were able to score 52 points in the paint, and you know very well that that will be where their points will be coming from. And of course, they were able to run in transition, scoring 23 fast break points. They will be led by Yano Laksaro, who had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists in that game, and Khaled El Fadil, who had a good outing, good debut game, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
So yun ang abangan nga natin, the 1800 division between those 2 teams. Let me introduce you to the 3rd member of our panel, Flo De La Agua. Flo, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Very excited to be here, Noy and Nico, as we will witness how Mindoro 18U Foundation will go against JT Bulacan Taipan in this thrilling Sunday afternoon at Perpetual, Las Piñas. Pagalingan na mag-adjust ang laban as Yano Laksarum of Mindoro told me that even though he's not starting 5 in their last game, he followed his coach's advice na ibigay ang 100%. And this led him to be the top scorer of their squad. Para naman sa koponan ng Bulacan, nabanggit ni Mark Santos na kumpara last game, he is more composed now at hindi niya hahayaang mag-relax sa defense ng team, which was their main issue against Rizal. Pagbati sa lahat ng mga nanonood mula sa inyong mga bahay at simulan na nating labanan na ito mula sa ating venue announcer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to University of Perpetual Health System Dalta. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Inaugural season. It's the battle between the JT Bulacan 18 under and Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados 18 under. Now let's meet the starters from your JT Bulacan 18 under. At guard number 1, Mark Santos. Other guard number 28, Nash Gapak. And forward number 6, Christian Caspe. Other forward number 7, Russell San Agustin. And at center, number 23, Sebastian Ebuna. Head coach for JD Bulacan 18 under, Mr. Joben Tai. And now let's meet the starters from your Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados 18 under. Our guard number 12, Sean Diciembre. Outer guard number 35, Khaled El Fadil. Forward number 5, Edward Manacho. Outer forward number 6, Yano Laksarum. And at center number 10, Rufus Alegado. Head coach for Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados, Mr. Papate Ocampo. Referees for this ball game, Dong Ramos, Armando Gregorio, and crew chief J.R. Torres. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Once again, welcome to the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Nico Rocha here with Coach Noy for Africa as my partner, with Flo Delagua as our courtside reporter, and we
Edward Bonacho.
The afternoon slate of games between the JT Bulacan Taipan versus the Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados. Coach Noy, first time for me to cover ito Mindoro, so incredibly exciting.
Sebastian
to see
Ebuna.
what kind of team they are.
Well, actually, it's also my first time to cover this Mindoro squad. Of course, it's only their second game, but yung Bulacan team, I covered that overtime game. And right now, I mean, really, two key players out. Si Baroga, who is not only an efficient scorer for them, but also one of their top rebounders. And of course, Del Pozo, who is pretty much carrying the scoring load for them.
Ano pwede natin abangan between Bulacan and Mindoro? We can start off with Bulacan.
Well, definitely, itong Bulacan will really need to find the offensive production, and Mark Russell Santos, of course, despite him being the best player of that game, he wasn't really there to provide the scoring. He was there to provide the court generalship, and which he did very well in that game. But itong Mindoro, as you can see, after scoring in that game against Antipolo, they scored 52 points in the paint. So we expect them to keep attacking the paint, especially since hindi naman kalakihan itong Bulacan.
That was a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness part of the Junior MPBL. And itong Pound for Pound Fitness, if you want to finish just like that, just like what you saw on your screen, if you want to improve your strength and conditioning and athleticism, sakto sa Pound for Pound Fitness yan. You can just go to Google, check out the nearest locations near you. They are available nationwide and they're everywhere in the Philippines. Bunggo agad dun. But we can see here Mindoro with a 9-2 run. There's a reason why they are 1-0 heading into this matchup. We saw here that they shot 49% from the field last game, registered 18 assists as the boys played unselfish basketball. So, dangerous yung ganyan, no? You're already efficient, and what you can expect from your players is that they're gonna move the ball around. Hindi sila yung predictable na puro isolation lang. A swing for the three-point shot, no good. Another offensive board. For Disciplinados, air ball, not actually not an air ball, it's grazing the rim. That is El Fadil. Khaled El Fadil averages 14.7 rebounds and 2 assists in 28 minutes per game. A key player to watch out for, Mindoro.
At that time, itong si Russell Santos being able to set up Ebuna for the basket, and really Santos will really need to lead this team, especially in assists.
Yes, and for Bulacan, yun yung mga kailangan nila. A lot of high percentage shots. Since they scored 48 points in the shaded lane, and you could start from there. You build up from your fast break points and hopefully be able to get some momentum with your offensive sets. Deschembre pulls back for 3. Hits the front rim. Another board for Mindoro, unfazed by that block. El Fadil for downtown. It's no good. One more try. Is it the charm? No good. The white shirts are running. They have the numbers, 3 versus 2. Evading
what a
El
finish.
Fadil. Wow.
What a finish there for San Agustin. Being able to adjust his shot in mid-air against the defense, as you said, of El Fadil.
Kita mo yung si El Fadil, no? Ready na, pero parang pinihit. Up and under move for Bulacan. It's a fast-paced game dito sa loob ng Perpetual Gym. You can see the cut there. Deschembre is open for 3. Too strong. El Fadil to save the day. And El Fadil has 2 points and a rebound to his name with a block.
Definitely, you can see, I mean, itong si El Fadil just showing the activity, especially on defense and on the rebounding glass.
Santos feed to one of his big men. Naipit, had to kick it out. The elbow jump shot. Hits back rim, and Mindoro so far dominating the boards. Deschembre. Sidestep. Good thing somebody was there to pick it up. Mid-range shot. Ganda naman nun. Papunta pa sa kaliwa. No? That is Edward Manacho with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists last game.
Well, I think so far itong si ang Mindoro, parang hindi na kailangan na shot clock. I think you can turn off the shot clock every time the ball is with Mindoro. While itong Bulacan, I think, playing a little more deliberate.
It's two contrasting systems, no, Coach? No, it's the fast-paced system of Mindoro against the set offense of Bulacan so far. Now, there's a timeout called on the floor. Let's see what changes here.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng...
A look here inside the crowd in this rainy Sunday afternoon. Disciplinados supporters here inside the Perpetual Gym. Ready to support their team who are currently up 7 points against Bulacan. Pressure defense here on the blue shirts. Caspes trap, had to give it away. The pass to the pin, and it's good. Finally converting here for Bulacan. It's 15-10.
Finding a way to get to the rim that time.
And you know, Coach, dito sa labanan na to, ang bilis. Tapos 15-10 na yung score. I would say it's high scoring. Considering na running time pa to,
Yeah, that's right. And you can see naman both teams trying to push the pace. Maybe a little more deliberate on the side of Bulacan, but itong uh, Mindoro just really looking to push at each and every time.
Let's give it first to Flo Del Agua for a report. Flo, go ahead.
Noy and Nico, before the game, I asked head coach Jai Ocampo of Mindoro kung bakit lamang sila in all departments last game except 3 points and rebounds, and he mentioned na nahihiya pa yata gumawa ng shots from the outside ang team na ito given that it is their first game, and in terms of rebounds, nagkulang sila sa box out which they want to change today. Fun fact for the panel and our viewers, head coach din ng basketball team sa Electron College Valenzuela si Coach Jai, and he is actually planning to absorb some of the players from the Mindoro lineup. Your thoughts on this, Noy and Nico?
Thank you for that, Flo. And that's incredible, right? Meron ka na agad na connection sa coach na if you're looking for a team, might as well give us a try. And if the boys like how he's coaching, I'm sure they do. They won their first game, hopefully it builds up. They already will have a home in case they need one.
Well, definitely coaches here, not only the coaches, actually even the panel. Actually, just trying to be able to get some talent. You really have to be very creative. Dahil yung usually the Manila area, medyo cornered na yan ng bigger schools.
Yes, we all know that. Not a secret.
Definitely. So you really have to be very creative. And actually, this is like a buffet for coaches looking to build teams. Just go to the junior MPBL, watch all the teams play. And ito nga, even a Mindoro squad, all teams are required to have 5 homegrown players, and it's really nice to, see that kids actually have a chance to find a slot in the schools here in Manila.
I didn't know that, coach, that you're supposed to have 5 homegrown players per team. That's incredible. And that's the reason why a lot of people are attracted to Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL because of the homegrown kind of feature that we feature with their teams.
Aside from being an age group, competition, you put in that regional flair.
Oh, iba talaga. Pag yung regional flair. And once again, Coach Noy, Mindoro wasting no time. There's a reason why they are shooting 49% from the field. While for Bulacan, they're shooting 50%, but it's a 5 of 10. Mas marami talagang attempts itong Mindoro. It's the fast-paced kind of game that we're seeing. Not only that, they are getting a lot of rebounds, 8-5, hence the second chance opportunities. More shots leads to more points. Espiritu, 27 feet ata yun, Coach Noy.
Well, I was going to say that yung quantity and quality of shots was on the side of Mindoro until that shot. Pero actually, nowadays, that's actually a fairly decent shot.
Sasagot dito ang Bulacan with the shot of their own. Nasa left side lang naman. Medyo nagmamadali ito yung Mindoro, but look at the stops that they're getting. Magaling. Magaling talaga yung pasa.
Magaling talaga, but I think very understated when you said na nagmamadali itong Mindoro dahil they are definitely in a rush here.
Or maybe that's how they play. Look at them blitzing their opponent. It looks like there are more than 5 players on the court right now for Mindoro. It's working to perfection right now. With Bulacan not able to get to their offensive set that we have usually seen from them before the timeout was called a while ago.
Well, actually, what I want to know right now is sino ba yung mga homegrown players here for Mindoro? Dahil itong mga sa Mindoro, I think yung mga natives there are the Mangyan. So, yung endurance yun, napakataas. They can stay underwater for so long. And actually, I was able to play with some Mangyans back in the day. Hindi napapagod.
40 minutes na.
Pero the one thing is, yun nga, they play without slip. They play with pretty much barefooted. Pero pag pinagsapatos mo sila, medyo nahihirapan sila.
Hindi sila sanay dun sa...
Yeah, that's right. But I don't think that's the case anymore with the development all over the Philippines.
Meron tayong standards na pina-follow yung grassroots program natin. Of course, you have to play with, you're playing in wood. Play with shoes. It's safer compared to just playing barefoot pag sa wood. Sa alam ko, not sure kung yung kapit ng paa sa wood is better. But other than that,
I wouldn't dare try.
You wouldn't.
I'm not gonna try.
Siguro pag meron tayong nakita naglaro dito ng 40 minutes, malalaman. Ito siguro yung mga from homegrown.
Mga mangyan yan.
You can see here the domination of the stats right now for Mindoro. You have more steals, a lot more points in the paint, points of turnovers. And so far, imagine mo yun, I remember Flo's report a while ago, Coach, na sabi niya na nagkakahiyaan pa yun. Imagine mo, nanalo na sila last game, may kahiyaan pa. What more when the chemistry is 100%, right? Parang sa NBA 2K lang para kakapana yung team mo. Sometimes the system, it just flows naturally.
Well, I think at this point, parang di na sila nagkakahiyaan because they're really leading Bulacan in field goal attempts. Already 19 field goal attempts for them, only 13 for Bulacan. Baka yung Bulacan yung nagkakahiyaan pa.
Baka nga naman. But Bulacan has already played 2 games together. What a spin! A rebound by the smallest guy on the court. Nilalabanan yung mga matatangkad ng Mindoro. And you see the fight in the Bulacan team. This is the 1800 division you guys are watching right now on Facebook, on YouTube, Channel 98, and Signal TV.
Well, at this point, itong si Mark Russell Santos, I think, is really just trying to will his team. Of course, you're losing the production from Baroga and Del Pozo.
Santos with a turnover. Mindoro reads that perfectly. Raimundo, Pinoy step! And an end one. Power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And what a way to elevate this game, right? Kailangan talaga ng extra work to perform moves just like that.
Well, you really like to see yung mga Pinoy step. Being the right move to make. Kasi meron iba ginagawa just for the sake of it. Hindi rin naman, unnecessary that you could have just gone all the way to the rim. But it's really nice for kids to be able to know where and when to use these counters.
Yun yung perfect talaga, no? Pag may defender sa harap mo, you wanna throw him off. Mindoro getting those boards, but alright. Our referee says that it should go back to the white shirts. The Bulacan Taipan. Currently 1-1, entering this matchup. To inbound is number 12 for Bulacan. That is Renz Cyrus Ramas. Played 10 minutes of action in the past 2 games. Let's see if he continues to get more. Play beyond those minutes. 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Mindoro in a comfortable spot.
Bulacan cannot give up any more fouls. They're already in the penalty.
Penalty na pala dito Bulacan. They don't want to add to their woes. And that's what they need. They need a stop with 2 seconds to go. Let's see if they commit a half-court heave. But no, a steal by Mindoro. Almost 2 points, but the time has expired. That's the first quarter. 25 for Mindoro, 14 for Bulacan. But before that, the Atlantis 88 move of the game here in the first quarter. And for sure naman, yan naman talaga, coach, na yung pipiliin natin. You see here, the move by Raimundo. Using the Pinoy step when it's necessary. Hoop Junkie. Take a highlight of this guy, post it on your page. End of the first quarter between Mindoro and Bulacan.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon.
Welcome back to the Perpetual Gym in Las Piñas, the home of the Perpetual System Delta Altas. The jersey of Scotty Thompson is retired here. The only jersey that I know that is retired. I'm sure sa other schools mayroon, pero ito lang yung jersey na may glass case, na may spotlight pa talaga. And much deserved, right, for Scotty Thompson. Hopefully his hand heals right before the start of the World Cup, which is roughly in just a month. 1 month na lang.
Well, definitely. I mean, even if you have that jersey hanging in the rafters, I think, if I may suggest, another player that they can retire here. Bong Hawkins
Yes,
used to
Bong
play here.
Hawkins. Actually si Bong Hawkins, no? Pwede tabi kay Scotty Towns or maybe dun sa kabilang side kasi parang doesn't make sense. Actually, pwede rin naman, no? Magkabilang dulo sila para maganda tignan. Hawkins and Thompson.
Well, but I don't think we've had a Perpetual Altas player who has impacted the PBA more than Scotty Thompson. So definitely well-deserved retirement of the jersey for Scotty Thompson.
Si Bong Hawkins, Coach Noy, napanood ko yan sa mga yung mga alumni league. Doon ko siya napapanood. I was like, syempre ako di ako familiar with him nung time na yun. But when I researched on him, he's a really incredible Perpetual player. There's a reason why a lot of people are having pictures with him. Hindi siya makalabas ng gym agad. Dami gusto magpa-picture kay Bong Hawkins and there's a reason why.
Well, especially since alumni league yun, so mga nakaka-relate dun sa game niya is
Yung mga nanonood.
yung nakapanood sa kanya, really a very fundamentally sound player. One of those players na hindi na uso yung mid-range game, still had that, especially playing in the triangle ni Coach Tim Cone.
Ginagawa niya pa rin yun sa Alumni League. Another steal for Mindoro. They have the numbers. Once again, this is what we have been seeing in the first quarter. Mindoro now with 55% from the field. 4 steals and counting. Paparating ka talaga dito pag Bulacan no?
Definitely, and yun nga, I feel like it's really the worst time to have lost 2 of their main players going up against this seemingly tireless Mindoro Disciplinados.
That is the fast and the furious Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados running away early in this game, 31-14, and timeout on the floor. Bulacan needs to talk things over.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa...
A look here at the jersey of Scotty Thompson. Pinag-usapan lang namin kanina ni Coach Noy Africa, and not seen on camera are his accomplishments, which is also here. And if magawa mo yung achievements niya one day, if you're a kid watching at home, who knows, right? You might have your jersey one day here in Perpetual or whatever school you play for.
Well, actually, this might be a good place to have your jersey retired. Dahil isa pa lang yung nasa taas eh.
Isa pa lang. Hindi pa yung sobrang dami.
Sobrang dami, yeah, that's right.
Sa alam ko sa Ateneo, nagre-retire sila ng jersey, pero ang dami na eh. Parang may mga championships ng Lakers at Boston Celtics. Sobrang dami. But a turnover there for Bulacan. That is not the way they want to start after a timeout. Aggressive drive for the Disciplinados. That is by John Gelly. His first game playing the junior MPBL. He was not present last time. But unfortunate for Bulacan, another guy that they have to mark. Santos with a sidestep, resulting to a turnover. And Mindoro once more in the driver's seat, dictating how this game is played. Yun yung rin napansin ko na, Coach Noy, for Mindoro, they choose if we will do a fast break or we're going to do a set offense. Only elite teams can do that when you are the one dictating the pace and tempo of the game.
And that's why they're leading here. As you see Elegado being able to shoot from the perimeter.
That's a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And Bulacan, the strength and conditioning proving to work here in this instance with Elegado not able to stop that runner as it kisses it off the glass.
Well, if you're Mindoro, of course, having this so far a 20-point advantage, at some point you will really need to slow down the pace. So because most of the teams here have not had enough time to practice, so you still want to try and run those sets against an actual defense.
That was Rufus Elegado a while ago, ladies and gentlemen. And that let's get this first to Flo to see what she has to say. Flo, go ahead.
Challenging game for the Bulacan squad today as assistant coach Marvin Pascual shared na wala sina Baroga at Del Pozo, two of his key players dahil mataas na ang baha in Bulacan and they are unable to leave their homes because of this. That said, inatasan niya ang guards na sina Gapak at Chong na mag-step up as they are now part of the starting five against Mindoro. Hopefully, these players are unharmed and in the meantime, back to you, Noy and Nico.
Thanks for that, Flo. And it's really unfortunate, no, Coach Noy. Kahapon, when we were coming off from a coverage for the Junior MPBL, grabe yung ulan. And I assume that maraming areas sa ating bansa, actually in the NCR area, magkakabaha talaga. That's why some key players pa ng Bulacan hindi makapunta. And time around the floor, though. We'll see you guys after this.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay.
This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. The first game of a 3-game afternoon slate here inside the Perpetual Gym.
Well, going back to that point, yun nga, Baroga and Del Pozo forced to miss the ball game here because of flooding. And of course, the weather so far, I think, for the past week has been raining on and off. Like it's going to rain for 3 hours. The sun will come out for maybe an hour and then it starts raining again. So everybody, please stay safe and stay dry. And interestingly, Bulacan has some players not being able to attend the games because of flooding. Itong Mindoro, tumatawid ng dagat to eh.
Tumatawid ng dagat. And the water is their friend. Kita mo nga rin sa jersey nila eh, no? Blue and yellow. So, true to their town, their city. 3-point shot. And not to mention, nagpapaulan din tayo dito sa loob ng gym courtesy of the Mindoro threes. And not only that, they're also pounding it inside the paint. That's why they are so hard to stop. We don't know where to focus. Should we blitz them in the 3-point area or give up the paint or guard the 3-point area? But the paint is wide open. It's really hard right now for Bulacan.
And to add to that, of course, the Mindoro has really been upping the pressure each and every time they get the basketball. You know, their first option is to look ahead if there are fast break opportunities.
Great steal there for Bulacan, trying to change the tide of this game. With everything pointing towards Mindoro right now. El Fadil, pinayungan yung kalaban, and he's called for a foul. That is Khaled El Fadil with his first personal foul.
That time he fouls itong si not so friendly Caspe.
So friendly Caspe.
Be going to the free throw line.
Uy, Coach Noy, nakakuha ko yun agad Nakuha ko yun agad dahil na nagkape na ako. Feel ko kung nag-cover ako ng morning game with you, baka hindi ko makakatch yung joke na yun. Tatanungin pa kita, ano yung sinabi mo?
Eh ako wala pa akong kape.
Oh, grabe yun. Paparinig yan. Not so friendly bounce there for Caspe.
I think we're gonna hear a lot of that since I just opened the floodgates.
Hindi pa nag-dunk siya, not so friendly.
No.
We gotta get creative with our terms when it comes to Caspe. So 1 for 2, he makes a second one. We're still down 21 though, the lead bigger than the score of Taipan. But from what we know about JT Bulacan Taipan, they can stroke it from 3. They were able to make 5 triples, including the crucial 3 that sent the game to overtime against their last game against Rizal. So they are capable of hitting their shots. It's just a matter of sino ang mag-step up, right? Because
well, actually, the problem for them, I think, out of those 5 3-pointers, 4 came from Del Pozo, who is not available today.
Disciplinados wanting to talk things over, something that they didn't like in the last possession.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa...
Looking at our situation right now for the JT Bulacan Taipan, we're currently 1-1 against the Mindoro Foundation Junior Disciplinados, is that they will get an end one first before I could continue my point. Power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL, and their trainings. Showing up here inside the gym, finishing through contact, really a hard thing to do, especially when you're down. Sometimes when the spirits are down, it's really hard to build momentum on that.
But when you're this kid Ibuna, he can just power his way inside. That time willing himself to that 3-point play that he did not complete.
Nasil niya no? Ganda ng, but yun, yung mga defenders ng Mindoro naging volleyball blockers. Return to sender dun eh.
Actually very tall and very lanky itong mga players ng Mindoro.
And Bulacan slowly creeping back up here. They were down 21 at one point. Now it's back to 17. Ideally, coach, maybe 13 points, right? That is a very manageable lead to head into the halftime break. But if you're committing fouls like that, it's gonna be hard.
Well, definitely they will need to gain some momentum. Dahil most of the critical runs so far in the games here in the Junior MPBL have been made in the third quarter. It's either in the first quarter or in the third quarter. Some teams build a big enough cushion in the first quarter that they pretty much use to hold off the opponent all the way till the end.
And Mindoro is up by 17, missing their first free throw. They're currently 4 for 7 at the line. And what they are doing well here, at least for the Junior Disciplinados, is that they have only committed 7 turnovers. Considering that the Bulacan Taipan is a team that forces a lot of those. They were able to force Rizal to commit 26 miscues last time. And that is why they won the game as well. Both offense and defense just clicking.
But unfortunately also for Bulacan nga, aside from the offensive prowess of Del Pozo, itong si Kiel Baroga actually creates a lot of chaos on the defensive end. And of course, that guy is the one who leads them in rebounding also.
Yeah, and then coach, to build up on what you said, si Baroga leads the team with 4.5 steals a game as well. So yeah, and si Baroga, how can you not miss those 19 rebounds, right? Close to 19. So you have to find that production elsewhere, but so far, even without Baroga and Del Pozo, they're only down by 3 sa rebounds, 16 to 13. Lumalaban pa. Manacho, look at that block. It was spiked all the way to the second row. Parang second row ng building natin.
Not so friendly block.
Not so friendly block by si Caspe ba yun? It is by Caspe. Caspe, the not so friendly player. And an end one for Mindoro. Power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. Oh, it's called for traveling. All right, sayang. Initially. But still, if that counted, finishing through contact is always something that players have to work on in their game.
It's not always Christmas for Sean Decembre.
Now that one I like. It's not always Christmas for Sean Decembre. But he has to be the one to make it Christmas every day. It's all, his game is dependent on what he does.
Yan, that pro hop is actually a very complicated move. Complicated because you do not know when the referees will allow it or not.
Ano kasi, ang bilis rin yung yung pag-change ng footing. So even though it look legal, hirap din yung mga referees sometimes they just have to call it.
And sometimes the players get away with it. That's why they keep on doing it.
Yeah, tulak ni Camacho doon.
So actually, even for the players, you have to recognize what the referees will allow and will not allow.
Sorry, there's a correction on my end. That's Edward Manacho. Edward Manacho with 9 points and 3 rebounds, already eclipsing what he did last game. 8 points and 3, and 2 assists as well. And that's already playing 15 minutes of action. So mukhang babad itong si Manacho this time.
I think that's already 11. 9 points for Manacho.
And si Manacho with his second foul after that. A bit careless in that one, getting too aggressive to get that steal. Kasi gano'n naman yung parang MO ng Mindoro eh. Yung parang nagko-cross court pass, inaabangan nila eh.
And they can actually afford to be more aggressive on defense because so far they've been the team with the deeper bench.
Yeah, the deeper bench. And the availability. That's the best ability. Availability is the best ability. Yan.
Definitely.
I forgot to say that, but I agree.
I will also agree to that.
Raimundo is open for 3. Bang, bang. Another one from downtown for Mindoro, and they are hot. Wax hot. 4 for 10 now. 40% from 3 in the first half only. Bulacan. Titingin kung makakasagot ba sila at tatawagan ng foul dito ang Mindoro. Trying to stop once again si Caspe, who has been a thorn on their side.
He has been producing here on the offensive end together with Ebuna. But both of these players pretty much get their points underneath. They're going to need some outside sniping if they want to make a game out of this.
And itong si Charles Christian Caspe, one of actually the tallest player right now on the court for both teams. He averaged 7 points and 7 rebounds last time, and there's a lot of pressure on him right now, considering that itong si Baroga, the one with 18.5 rebounds last time. So hopefully be able to replicate that. We're asking a lot, but that's what needs to happen. The drive, a rare fast break for Bulacan, but they smoked that layup. Kulang sa Pectus. Great feed there by Mindoro. They get another board. This has been the story for them. The effort doesn't go down. Natapik pa sa likod, but it should go back sa Bulacan.
Kala ko abutan pa ni Laksarum.
Bilis eh, no?
He's really trying to chase the ball down.
47-27 here. 31.6 remaining in the second quarter. The first game of our afternoon slate here inside the Perpetual Gym.
So we still have the 16 and under and 14 and under game between the same teams,
Yes.
Bulacan and Mindoro.
Si Santos, medyo napasobra yung ikot, but I think Mindoro here was called for a foul. And since they're in the penalty, regardless if it's a shooting foul or not, they will head to the line, itong Bulacan.
So the foul wasn't on Santos. It's
Parang
on
na 360 spin
Palomares.
no?
It's on the foul. Itong si Palomares was the one who got fouled off the ball.
Clear. Alright. Kaya pala siya yung nasa free throw line ngayon.
Well, as you were saying, si Mark Santos, even after the release, umiikot.
Yun yung napansin ko rin. It's just the momentum siguro. Yung pihit niya sa katawan niya na may extra spin.
Pero naitira niya pa din.
Oh.
Kung ako yun, pagkabagsak ko, nasa na ako.
Mahihilo ko.
Mahihilo ako doon, for sure.
Mapapasab ako siya hilo.
Kaya hindi ko na ginagawa yun eh.
Ikaw na lang ang nagko-coach. Ikaw na, spin move ka na lang. Ikaw nagsasabi.
Okay, sabihin mo, huwag mo nang gagawin yun. Mga ganyan. But 19 seconds remaining. Shot clock is off. Bulacan has 2 fouls to give.
19-point lead para sa Mindoro. They have outscored Bulacan in the 2 quarters, hopefully able to replicate it in the second half. Another 3, this time by John Paul Espiritu. This is his first game as well. Hindi halata. Loves the moment. Scores 50-28 at the end of the first half with the Mindoro de Sena Foundation Junior Disciplinados on top by 22. But before that, ayan na nga, saktong-sakto itong Atlantis 88 move of the game. Buzzer beater for John Paul Espiritu.
Very quick reaction from the production, no? Biglang yun na naging move of the game.
Yes, a quick action from their end to choose that one, to choose that clip. 50-28 is your score. See you guys in the halftime break.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
We make history.
Bago ang lahat, maraming salamat sa Atlantis 88, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Inaugural Season for making this game happen between Mindoro and Bulacan. For our halftime interview, I have here with me Team Manager of Bulacan, Sir Charles Quimpo, and Marketing Director and Assistant Coach of Mindoro, Miss Amanda Salas. So unahin ko na po si Team Manager Charles. Sir, pangatlong araw niyo pa lang po ito ng paglalaro. Habang tumatagal po kayo sa liga, ano po na napapansin niyo yung pagkakaiba ng paglalaro ng basketball before versus now that we already have junior MPBL?
Okay, so during our time, I think the game is similar lang naman. As we can see, ang taas ng scoring ngayon, run and gun. Pero the biggest difference siguro is iba na yung mga bata ngayon, ang lalaki, very athletic. And with the introduction of Junior MPBL, nabigyan natin ng opportunity magkaroon ng very structured na game. So very thankful and sobrang swerte ng mga bata. Yeah.
Maraming salamat, Sir Charles. Any message po or greetings to our viewers?
Okay, so we would like to thank the owner, Job and Tai, Toda Action, and especially sa mga taga Bulacan. I know na medyo pangit yung weather ngayon, medyo bad weather tayo. Hopefully, we can stay safe and dry, everyone. Yeah, that's it.
Maraming salamat, Sir Charles. Kayo naman po, Miss Amanda, newcomer po kayo sa liga considering pangalawang araw niyo pa lang po ito. So far, ano naman po yung nakikita niyo yung pagkakaiba ng basketball before versus now sa mga nakikita niyo po sa Junior MPBL?
Yeah, dati kasi hindi natin nakikita yung mga yung mga kabataan, yung kumbaga ngayon sa Junior MPBL mas nakita ng Junior MPBL yung kahalagahan ng isang kabataan. Dito na ipapakita na nila lahat yung talento, lalo-lalo sa basketball. So like in Mindoro right now, napakarami naming mga nakuha ng mga magagaling na player from Mindoro. So that's for our sa team namin.
Maraming salamat, Miss Amanda. Your turn naman po. Greetings or message for our viewers.
Yes, of course, lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa Mindoro, Desena Foundation, sa aming team owner, JR Desena, maraming salamat. And of course, sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa amin, Yengs Kibel, Boss Levy, Four Hoops, sa mga Boss Solo, maraming salamat. Sa aming Mayor Ina Alegre or Jennifer Cruz, maraming salamat sa suporta. Sa lahat ng mga Mindoreño, maraming salamat sa support. Tutuloy-tuloy natin yung panalo.
Maraming salamat, Miss Amanda and Sir Charles. At kitang-kita natin ang impact ng Junior MPBL. At para makita ang action sa second half, magbabalik po kami.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
Take a look. Here's some of the highlights in the first half. A battle between the Mindoro Disciplinados, Junior Disciplinados against Bulacan Taipan. See here some of the shots that just happened. Really creative. Ito yung naging Atlantis 88 move of the game natin, and sa Mindoro, I could say, hindi tayo mauubusan ng highlights pagdating sa kanila. Same for Bulacan na lumalaban dito sa ating unang matchup for the afternoon games.
Despite being down by 22 points, itong Bulacan still trying to fight their way despite losing two of their top performers due to floods. But itong Mindoro so far has been shooting very well from the field, 58% against just 33 for Bulacan. Actually, 33 is not that bad, but when you're giving up 58% to your opponents, you're really going to be in trouble. Mindoro also leading in rebounding 22 to 16. Three-point shooting, Bulacan 0 out of 6. Mindoro showing the ability to hit from the outside, 5 out of 12. So that's easily a 15-point advantage already. And of course, you know, itong Mindoro has been trying to run turnover story, almost identical, 9 for Bulacan, 8 for Mindoro. Pero ito nga Mindoro being able to score 16 points off turnovers against just 7 for Bulacan. And in the first half, we had Ibuna and Caspe trying to lead the way here for Bulacan, while Manacho and Raimundo with 9 and 6 respectively.
You know, Coach Noy, after the things that you said, Mindoro was able to shore up the things that they needed to work on when they won against the last game. One of the negative things that I saw here is that yung shooting nila from 3 last time, they were 3 for 18. Good for 16%. Pero ngayon, after the first half, 5 for 12, was 41% agad. But before that, a 3 by San Agustin, cutting the lead back to 19. And going back to my point, yung sa Mindoro din, they were out-rebounded by Antipolo, 43 to 34. Pero ngayon, you see how much they were trying to get those missed shots every time they can. 24 rebounds now in the first half only.
But I think they realized that they got away with a victory there against Antipolo, and they do not want to do that again here against this fighting Bulacan squad.
50 to 31 is your score. We can take a look here at the three-pointer of Russell San Agustin. Only made the point last game, but now he already has 5 points, 2 rebounds, and assist.
Actually, itong team ng Bulacan, if I'm not mistaken, has 3 Russells. You have Mark Russell Santos, you have Russell San Agustin, and the one who is not playing today, Russell Del Pozo.
I wonder why the name Russell. Is it Russell Westbrook noong panahon na? Hindi pa siya na-draft ba nung, 18 and under to? 18, 2005. Not sure, hindi pa ata draft class ni Russell Westbrook yun eh. I think Russell is just a universally, popular name.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, not just in the Philippines, also around the world.
That's right, but it's not a bad game to pattern yourself. But also, pwede rin na this is a basket coming from El Facid, am I right?
Oo, that is a basket, a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. For Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. Once again at the line, Khaled El Fadil.
El Fadil, there you go.
Crafty player eh. Kala mo, mabagal lang, bigla na lang magsa-sidestep. 22 points bigla yung lead ulit ng Mindoro. San Agustin gives it to Gapak. Gapak drives hard to his right, but just too strong. Once again, Mindoro preventing those offensive rebounds. And another miscue on their end. Medyo, okay lang naman madali, but it was he passed before he thought of where the direction should be. That is by Laxarium.
They actually have more turnovers than Bulacan, 11 to 9. But another turnover here for Bulacan, so 11 to 10.
Bababuyan lang sila dito sa turnovers, but if you're Bulacan, if the shooting efficiency is really far off, sa 53% na Mindoro, 32-53, and they have 10 more shots than you. Hence the score. Match talaga. San Agustin made a 3 earlier. Kulang sa English dun.
But definitely, you see itong Mindoro really quick to get back in transition.
Would have been a nice could have been a nice finish by Santos, the fake and then the lefty finish, but I think his body, the momentum was pointing towards the left side. The family of our players here inside the Perpetual gym, always supporting their kids, rain or shine, di ba Coach Noy?
Definitely, kahit naman tayo rain or shine, nandito eh. What more, the family and friends, the supporters of these players. And we expect that to actually, dadami pa yan, especially since we go to the younger divisions later.
Oo nga, napansin ko pag as the kids get younger, sobrang padami na padami yung crowd. Not to mention na medyo prime time din yung laro nila, diba? The 4 p.m., 5 p.m. games. Yun talaga yung pinaka-available yung mga family after their lunch, after they come off from church. Sometimes they spend their days here in the basketball court.
That's something I realized yung sa experience ko playing before. Habang tumatanda ako, mas lalong hindi na nanonood yung mga magulang ko. And especially now that you can just monitor everything online.
Pero iba pa rin yung support ng pupunta dito no, for the kid. Iba yung, at least yung moral and the confidence. Man, Nacho! Good thing for him to pick up the ball after losing it momentarily mid-air. Diashembre pulling up for 18 feet. Pasko para sa kanya ngayon. 56-31, 25-point lead for Mindoro. Let's take a look here one more time, Coach Noy, of the move of Diashembre. I think they were expecting him to drive, but the pull-up jump shot was something new. See here one more time. Swish for Diashembre. The Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. Look at the fans inside the gym that Scotty Thompson built. 4 minutes and 57 remaining. Mindoro winning every quarter so far.
And really no let up for Mindoro. They play like they're not ahead. I don't think they are even looking at the scoreboard at this point.
More of ano lang talaga is play hard, play like it's 0-0 every possession. At yung naayos ng Mindoro dito, Coach Noy, yung fouls nila. Di ba, we saw in the first 2 quarters that they've been in the penalty early. Not early, but more of yung ganitong range, right? From the 4 or 5 minutes, penalty na sila. But before that, let's give this to Flo Del Agua.
Brief insights about our game. Head coach Jai Ocampo of Mindoro is obviously using his bench players very well. And we have seen very minimal presence from Laksarum, their top scorer last game, in the first half. And yet they're playing confidently and possibly taking advantage of the undermanned Bulacan Taipan. On the other hand, this may be a wake-up call for Bulacan that they cannot always rely on 1 to 2 players. Although luckily, his bench players are getting those assists and rebounds. However, it is not enough and they need to hustle harder para manalo against Mindoro. How about your updates, Noy and Nico?
Once again, Flo, appreciate the report. And it's really true. Pagdating sa Bulacan Taipan with the hustle, they need to hustle harder considering that they are losing the battle of the boards with Mindoro playing like this is the last game that they will ever play in the junior MPBL.
Well, actually, itong Bulacan, I don't think there's a lack in hustle. It's just it just so happened that they are being out-hustled.
Out-hustled. Oh.
Yeah, just really grabe yung effort being put forth here by Mindoro.
Kanina Coach Noy, 5 lang yung rebound differential ng dalawang teams ito at 1 point in this game. Now, it's 33-19. Palayo ng palayo. And it's a trend that we continue to see here in Las Piñas. Caspe with the spin move. Sayang nga lang. Naiwan yung bola.
Well, actually, that rebounding advantage has been growing because of a lot of missed shots now for Bulacan and quick to pounce itong Mindoro.
They're up 27, 58-31. And it looked like at one point, Mindoro was on their way to 100 points yung with the way they've been scoring. 25 per quarter, pero ngayon nasa na lang 8. But still outscoring Bulacan, 8-5 in the third quarter. A bit of a low-scoring quarter. Teams have settled down. Teams have adjusted to the pace of the game. So, execution na talaga pagdating sa ating mga half-court sets.
But also, I'm pretty sure itong Mindoro also looking to get their reps in, especially since with a lead like this, you can just look to push all the time, but you still want to develop good habits, and being able to run your offense is something that you'd want to do.
Definitely agree there, but you need to build on habits, good habits pagdating sa laro, and if you want to come back from monumental leads just like this. Great stop there. But once again by Mindoro, they now have... Actually, mas maraming blocks tong Bulacan. They looked at it, Coach Noy. Siguro sa Mindoro, they don't have a lot of blocks, but it's more of the deflections.
But one thing's for sure, itong Mindoro has had a lot more possessions as evidenced by the field goal attempts. They have 5 more field goal attempts.
5 more field goal attempts. And the difference there is that made 11 more field goal shots. So, ang layo talaga ng agwat when it comes to efficiency, which has ruled this game and the story. Sa free throws naman, ano lang naman sila eh. Patas, 8-14, 7-11, just one free throw separating both teams. Even the turnovers, they're both taking care of the ball well.
And the other thing is they have made 4 more 3-pointers. So that's already a 12-point differential.
Medyo may lifting ata doon. Ayun.
Hindi naman medyo lifting talaga. Because you put the ball, your hand under the ball, that's always a lifting violation. Tapos yung tatagalan mo pa.
May slow mo. May hesitation mo.
Tapos yung referee mo almost right beside you. So,
namoy ng referee yung pabango mo. Ganun sila magkalapit kanina eh. Gapak being hounded by the Mindoro defenders, not able to get any momentum with his drives. Medyo ano talaga, that was like a no-choice 3 coming from the side of Bulacan.
He was forced to take that shot with the shot clock running down and the offense going nowhere for Ibuna.
Yeah, this was Ibuna, one of the leading scorers. Actually, the leading scorer right now for Bulacan with 9 points. No team, funny enough, no team has scored in double digits yet. No player has scored in double digits yet. So interesting.
Actually, Ibuna is one of the leading scorers for both teams.
Yeah, for both teams. Ayan na nga, that is Gapak. Gapak now with 6 points. Quick 4-point swing for Bulacan. They get another stop here. Sakto tong si ano. Ooh! This is the second time that we have seen where teams continue, not teams, mostly sa Bulacan kanina din where they were able to smoke a layup. And that's the end of the third quarter. 58-37 is your score. The Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados is commanding 21-point lead over the Bulacan Taipan. Before that, Atlantis 88. Move of the game. And that is Khalid El Fadil being smooth with the sidestep. Best way to bond kapag weekends. Yung ito, bonding kayo over basketball. Kasama yung lolo mo, just enjoying the festivities here inside the Perpetual Gym. For the Junior MPBL, the 18 under division, Nico Rocha here, Coach Noy Africa, Flo Del Agua, your courtside reporter. Runner, we're now here in the fourth and final frame between Mindoro and Bulacan. Mindoro's with a 1-0 record, kakasimula lang last week, looking to build upon that as we progress towards the season of the Junior MPBL of Manny Pacquiao.
Definitely, yung shot earlier just shows how basketball encompasses all ages and generations. Kunyari, tayong dalawa dito, magkaiba tayong henerasyon, pero magkatabi tayo. Pero hindi nga lang halata.
Akala ko magkaedad pa rin tayo, Coach, na ibang henerasyon.
Nasa 40 ka na ba?
Hindi, ikaw kasi very late 20s pa yung vibe na binibigay mo sa akin. Kaya sabi ko, magkaibang henerasyon. I still forget to this day.
We adjust to whatever is given to us.
Santos for the drive, and that's a foul on the floor. 2 quick fouls. 1 for Mindoro, 1 for Bulacan here early in the fourth quarter. And Coach, what did you notice in the third quarter? We can start off first with the leading Mindoro Junior Disciplinados, and then you can end it with Bulacan.
And actually, both teams not really scoring that well. For the first time, bumagsak yung production for Mindoro after scoring 25 each in the first and second quarter. They were down to just 8. You would have thought that was the time for Bulacan to make their move, but I think really both teams being more strict with their defensive alignments. Just better defense, I think, in the third quarter for both teams. Pero unfortunately for Bulacan, they cannot afford to trade baskets or trade defensive stops because they are down big. They're already down by 22 points.
Laki nga ng lead dito ng Mindoro. But a good silver lining here for Bulacan. They were able to win the third quarter 9-8, but it's a
1-point turnaround.
It's a 1-point turnaround. It could have been made a dent if it was maybe 10 points, right? But better than nothing. Better than getting outscored. Raimundo faking the 3-pointer. Look at that chemistry between Mindoro. And you can say, nakahiyaan pa yan, guys. May kahiyaan pa yan building up on what Flo said to us a while ago in their first game.
But you like how, a 3-point shooter finding a teammate who has a better shot inside, wide open, and yung teammate who was looking for an offensive rebound, having that instinct that the ball could be passed off to me.
Ball now is with Bulacan. The spin move. Look at that. Not much English in that shot. 62-38. 8 minutes and 30 here inside the Perpetual Health Gym in Las Piñas. Santos, a high looper 3. No good. And Mindoro taking their time now. This is not the Mindoro that we saw in the first half. I was talking about their offense, but when it comes to taking the ball as well, taking care of the ball, medyo careless sila so far in the second half. Kaya hindi rin sila nakalayo eh.
Well, that's right, but again, that's still a big cushion, a 22-point lead, but of course you cannot just relax as you see a 3-pointer here coming from Raimundo. This is Harvey John Raimundo.
Yan si Harvey John Raimundo, hindi nagre-relax. Kita mo, may license to shoot, let it fly from downtown. Pero si Raimundo at tatawagan ng holding foul? I think there's a holding foul for Raimundo. Or a hacking. Let me take a look here one more time. Inline na inline, no? Di man lang tumama sa ring. It's all net for Harvey.
So that's already 6 makes from the 3-point area for Mindoro. So really just hitting from all cylinders. Actually, itong 6 out of 17 na to, you would say na it's not really the best of percentages. It's 35%. But at this day and age, ano na yun eh. I mean, that's
normal
acceptable with the volume of shots that these kids have been taking. Not only the kids actually, even up to all the way to the NBA.
Yeah, maganda yung mga percentages nila, di ba? I think sa NBA, yung average nila is 33 to 35%. But those are pros. So, konting adjustment lang dito para sa ating amateur league, which is the Junior MPBL.
But in the NBA, yung 30% na yun, they're taking how much shots? Like 30 in a game?
Yeah, oo, 30 in a game. So, sobrang dami. Compared to, actually dito sa Junior MPBL, guys, yung mga kakatunin lang sa Facebook, YouTube, and Channel 98 on Signal, not a lot of teams, funnily enough, are not shooting from downtown. They still resort to two-pointers. Kala ko sa generation nila, they would prefer to shoot it from deep.
Yes.
But that's not the case.
Yeah, I think maybe affected din sila because that's almost a year of not being able to shoot hoops. So it's something, it's muscle memory that they probably lost in that span of more than a year na we were locked down.
So, kailangan bawiin na lang muna in other aspects of the game. Tamaan pa dun si Raimundo after that drive by Santos. Ito si Santos already has 6 rebounds. The smallest guy on the court, but you just see him coming out of nowhere. No one attempting to box him out or at least understand that he would put his body on the line to get his team another chance to score.
Definitely itong si Mark Russell Santos, really just a warrior inside the floor. Does not have the height, but definitely the spunk. You know, he does have the width, the muscle, the weight to try and mix it up with everybody. But yun nga, a little vertically challenged, but definitely not lacking in heart.
Yes, and ang mga lalaki naman tumatangkad up until 21. You'll never know, right? If magka-late growth spurt pa.
So pwede pa tayo tumangkad?
Oo, pwede pa tayo tumangkad. Konting ano lang.
Para malabo na. Ako malabo na ako.
Pag dinasal mo lang, baka sagutin yung mga prayers natin. Pero malabo na ano mangyari. Pero baka masagot lang naman.
Well, with the lead right now at 24 points, actually itong Desena Foundation, very interesting story also. It's pretty much, grounded in a basketball story. Dahil itong Desena Foundation, if I'm not mistaken, the founder, J.R. Desena, used to play for the San Beda Red Lions. He was in the Team B. Tapos, he was going to migrate to the US. Even up to the last step na papasok siya ng plane, he was saying na kung tinext lang siya ng coach niya to stay, he would have stayed.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the call did not come. So he went on the plane, lived in the US, and now he has this already. The family has the Desena Foundation. So, it's a good story. It's a basketball story of how basketball journey ended and ended up in another way. And right now, he's giving these kids from Mindoro the opportunity to start their basketball journey. And I don't think he's here anymore. He was there at the opening. Si Maui, we call him Maui in San Beda. But I think he already went back to the US.
But again, those were 2 power moves brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. One from the side of Bulacan, and now Mindoro, who countered that one with one of their own, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And these kids continue to elevate their game through the extra skills that they do. So if you are looking for a trainer or a place to do so, that is Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner ng Junior MPBL. Available nationwide. Just open your phone, just search for just go to Google, type the name, and most likely it will point you towards the nearest location.
Actually, yung venue natin kahapon, di ba? As in right,
Meron
as
sa
you
tapat.
exit, meron Pound for Pound Fitness at in front of the Montano Hall in Cavite City.
Tapos kita mo kasi may may poster pa. It's really hard to miss itong Pound for Pound Fitness. We're in the last 5 minutes of this game. Mindoro getting blocked at the top by Bulacan. They are still fighting, guys. 21 points. Caspe tried to get that board, and not sure who the foul is on. I think it's on the Mindoro Junior Disciplinados. spin move here. And it's Caspe once more. Not so friendly player of the Bulacan Taipan. JT Bulacan Taipan.
But luckily for the Mindoro squad, the scoreboard is very friendly to them.
Yeah. 69 to 48. 21-point difference. Slowly, medyo lumalayo na yung laro sa kanila. Not able to build upon on any momentum in the second half. They're just matching the point output of Mindoro, but if you're the one catching up, you have to exert more effort, which is harder, but that's the story of the game. Time up by the Mindoro Disciplinados. See you guys after this. On your screens are the Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados with a 19-point lead. Hindi na nakalapit itong Bulacan ever since our first quarter.
So this could actually be a case of ball game being won in the first quarter.
Or in the first half. Actually, first quarter, first and second. Parang ano no? Complete replica. 25 to 14 in the first, 25 to 14 in the second.
And all they really needed to do in the second half was just to manage the scoring, the offense of Bulacan.
And if you manage to make shots just like that, nahihirapan talaga itong Bulacan. It doesn't matter dito para sa Mindoro kung tres or mid-range shots, they are going to make it. Another one for Mindoro. Danger! Oh! Grabe, no? Kala ko lalabas na parang nag-isip pa yung bola ko, ipapasok
Luckily for Bulacan, the ball decided to come out. But unfortunately for them, offensive rebound going to Mindoro, and now they foul a three-point shooter.
Tatlo yan, Coach Noy. And that's a big no-no, fouling a three-point shooter. You can see that the coaching staff of the JT Bulacan type are not really happy with what happened in that possession.
So this is Frankie Raimundo. I wonder if the two are related, si Harvey and si Frankie.
Oh, something that we can ask next time.
Although Raimundo is a fairly normal surname, I would think.
Yeah, I know a few Raimundos in my life. So
Kirby
Raimundo is si Kirby and no one else.
Rani mo nga si Rani Raimundo.
Ay, kilala ko si Rani Raimundo. Oo, kilala ko. Kirby just the one with yung mas mabangong pangalan lang.
Ba't mas mabango? Mabaho ba yung isa?
Hindi. Mas mabangong pangalan minsan, no? Mas sikat na
mas
pangalan.
Sikat,
Oo.
yan. Mas recognizable. Right away.
Hindi niyo ba ginagamit yung term na yun? Yung mas mabango. Pag sa akin, sa term na yun, pag masabi mas mabango, mas popular, mas recognized.
Kasi
mabaho yung grabe naman.
Connotation sa akin, either mabaho or mabango. So anyway, going back to the ball game, Mindoro already in the penalty, Bulacan with still a foul to give.
72 to 50. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Desyembre passing it to the left side. Pinoy step na naman para sa Mindoro, and they are not done with the theatrics and the scoring. 74-50 now.
Hindi ba siya rin yung nag-Pinoy step earlier?
Siya din yung kanina. So, alam mo naman na part of his specialty yan. Manacho! Ooh! May dunk attempt. May dunk attempt tayo dito sa loob ng Perpetual Gym. And the turnovers keep on piling and the points keep coming in for the Mindoro Decena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. Commanding 28-point lead over the JT Bulacan Taipan.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball.
This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Bulacan Taipan giving up 2 quick turnovers and Mindoro making them pay. Let's see if they can make up for it here in this possession. No good. Blocked by the rim. Jelly has the ball, taking his time. 28-point lead. There's no need to rush, but nabasa yun ng Bulacan. They're the ones running right now. Lefty finish from the right side. Munti ka na yun. Not sure kung lefty talaga siya or baka in the moment na isipan niya na put it up with his left hand.
Good thing for him, he had 2 teammates playing trailer. But magaling that time, not showing na magaling.
Hinihintay ko yung catchphrase mo, Coach Noy. May ka catchphrase today.
I just tried to make it as simple as possible for myself.
Stoppage on the floor. Timeout here.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
We make history once.
Again, you're joining us here in the Junior MPBL of Manny Pacquiao, presented by Atlantis 88. Nico Rocha here, Coach Noy Africa, Flo Del Agua for our courtside reporter. Bringing you this game live. Forio. Short on that short stab. A battle for the rebound. Hindi talaga papasok yung bola dito para sa Mindoro, pero okay lang. It's the last 42 seconds. Last minute and 42 seconds. And finally, after 3 tries, finally goes in.
I believe that was Jelly, or is that Jelly?
Yes, si Jelly. Good save. Muntik na tamatamaan dito yung ating officials table who's enjoying his lunch. Imagine mo, tumalon doon yung player no? Talsik yung Starbucks.
Parang masarap yun
Oo, parang masarap yun Balita ko yung Grab na pupapasok dito sa loob
Baka pwedeng kay Direct, no?
Oo, si Direct na yung maglilibre. Best way to start off our afternoon games. So, kayo rin, sa mga nanonood sa bahay, make sure to enjoy this with coffee, ano bang choice of food na gusto ninyo. It's a rainy Sunday afternoon after all.
Some people would enjoy a rainy afternoon with ice cream.
With ice cream, pwede. I would do the same kung meron lang sa bahay.
But not here.
But not here kasi mahirap
working. Yeah, we're working.
Magmamelt na Kala mo papa-rest mo na sandali pagkati mo tubig na yung ice cream.
That's right. But ito so far, alam mo, one of the hardest things about this ball game is choosing a best player.
Yes, actually, especially to a team where a lot of players have contributed.
And really very well distributed yung minutes, I think.
Actually, Coach Noy,
I think
you are correct.
We only have one player here sa ating official.
Yeah, that played above 25 minutes. Only one guy. So, kayo na mag-guess kung sino yun. Basta team captain siya. We didn't mention who the team captain was for Mindoro, but you will know later on.
But definitely a total team effort here. I mean, we could actually choose maybe 5 or 7 best players here, but really just a total team effort here for Mindoro. And for Bulacan, I think they pretty much lost this ball game the minute itong si Kiel Baroga and Russell Del Pozo wasn't able to come here because really these are their main scoring options.
Fun fact for everybody, Coach Noy, out of the 14 players of Mindoro, 12 have scored. With only 2 not being able to score. Yung dalawang tao na yun na hindi pa nakaka-score, played above 5 minutes. So, ano na talaga, it's the offense coming from all sources. And it's hard to stop a team like that. Hindi siya concentrated between 4 or 5 guys.
And I think that's also because of, I think this is pretty much an equal opportunity offense. And usually kung sino yung unang nakakatakbo eh. Kung sinong unang nakakatakbo, yun ang nakakatanggap ng bola and being able to score in transition.
Yeah, yun nga yun. And that has been the story here for Mindoro and Bulacan. At the end of this game, the Mindoro Desena Foundation Junior Disciplinados notch win number 2. Stay undefeated here in the Junior MPBL against the JT Bulacan Taipan, who only managed to score 58. Take a look here, the Atlantis 88 move of the game. Of course, it would go to the winning team. The second Pinoy step that we saw, I think siya rin yung kanina, di ba? End of the first quarter.
Parang replay lang eh.
Replay lang, pero flinip mo. Alam mo yung pag flinip mo lang yung camera? Ganun.
Did it on the other rim.
Oo. Flip lang sa other rim. 82-58 is our score dito sa Mindoro Desena Junior Disciplinados against JT Bulacan Taipan. Coach, now what happened? How did Mindoro do this?
Very simple for Bulacan, just trying to push the pace, trying to up the tempo, and that was pretty much what they did in the first quarter. And I really, truly believe they won this game right in the first quarter just with that very strong start.
Now for the JT Bulacan Taipan, something to note here is that they only gave up the ball 14 times, right? But other aspects, nagkulang sila. Let's now turn this to Flo Del Agua to interview the Atlantis 88 player of the game.
Ibang klaseng tapang at talino ang pinakita ng Mindoro Desena Foundation, and the one who did it best is our Atlantis 88 player of the game, Edward Manacho, with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals. Edward, a player as good as you, sino bang idol mo na Pinoy basketball player ngayon?
Si Scottie Thompson. Kasi magaling din siya as slasher din, and may shooting. Parang iniidolo ko rin siya kasi may utak din sa laro.
Maraming salamat, Edward. Because of your performance, you get to greet and send a message.
Sila coach, dahil magaling sila na nagawa talaga namin yung mga game plan and na-execute namin na maayos. Nagpapasalamat rin ako kaila boss kasi binigyan kami ng opportunity na ganito. And shoutout nga pala sa pamilya ko nanonood sa Caloocan, sa girlfriend ko. Kay Papa nanonood sa ibang bansa. Yan lang.
Maraming salamat, Edward, and congratulations again to the Mindoro squad. Thank you so much to our junior MPBL fans for tuning in, and this is Noy and Nico to officially end this match.
Once again, thank you so much for that, Flo. And we saw that Mindoro, the Desena Foundation Junior Disciplinados, came guns blazing, right? It was a first half that Bulacan was never able to recover from.
Well, actually, they were doing it, shooting from all cylinders, even in a two-point area, 53%. And they were able to even hit from the outside, converting 6 out of 21. Not really the best of percentages, but the makes really made a difference.
We now come to the conclusion of our live coverage for the 1800 division with Mindoro winning against Bulacan 82-58. Our next game will be the 1600 division matchup between the JT Bulacan Taipan against the Mindoro Desena Foundation Junior Disciplinados. On behalf of Coach Noy Africa and Flo Del Agua, this has been Nico Rocha, and this is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.